So for the information of future and possibly current Polar Academy participants, Craig has asked some of the alumni to make videos recounting their experience with the Polar Academy and what it meant for them. So this is my video. My name is Colin, I'm currently 23 years old and I was on the first ever Polar Academy team in 2015. I was in Coltnice High School and I was 17 when I went on the trip. When I think back to how I felt before the trip and who I was before the training started, the main thing that jumps out at me is insecurity. I was very insecure, I think like a lot of people and a lot of young guys. I was just uncertain about my place in the world and my place in the community around me. And even unlike some people, I was really fortunate that I had an idea of what I wanted to do, of the things that I wanted to pursue, but I was incredibly insecure and uncertain about how to pursue it. I wanted to be a musician, and it seemed like such a long shot to me. It seemed like something other people do. I didn't know anyone who was successful at it. It seemed like something that I would never ever be able to manage. And I think that that really weighed me down. That was the main thing that I could really think of as weighing on me as a kid, besides from maybe some family things and some of the social things that a lot of kids that age deal with, because kids can be cruel and they're still learning how to be adults, they're still learning how to navigate that social structure. Being involved in that kind of training and that really hard physical training for me was a godsend. It just ignited an interest in physical training for me that has remained for the past 6 years. I've really loved that kind of physical stuff, and I probably wouldn't have found that out unless I had attended that training, unless I'd undergone that really hard struggle. The expedition itself is so crazy and so wild that it blows most of those insecurities that I was talking about earlier, most of that uncertainty out of the water. You think, if I could go to Greenland, a place I've barely ever heard of, with some of my closest friends, and we could take on this ridiculous physical challenge and see some of the most beautiful things that I could ever imagine, and all of that stuff, if I can do that, then why can't I do whatever I want from now on? Why could I not be a musician? Why could I not do anything? And that has stuck with me ever since, was that feeling of, well, I did that, like we made that happen, and the rest of it is just a matter of how much you want it. That speaks for itself. It really changes the way that you look at the world. It changes the way that you talk to people. It changes who you are. Really powerful as well was just the experience of community that I got as part of the team. I wasn't a kid who had a lot of close friends. I didn't spend time at other people's houses, and other people didn't come to my house. I was lonely quite a lot as a kid. I remember that feeling of kind of isolation because I just didn't have the experience, I didn't have the tools or the wherewithal to recognise it or to change that. And being on that team, going through such difficult stuff together, spending so much time together, sleeping in tents together, walking up hills together, dealing with snow and wind and rain and all that stuff together, that's something I'll carry with me forever, is that feeling of trust and closeness and security that comes with knowing that everyone around you is there for you and knowing that you're there for them. And that's something I look for now. It's when you've had it, you realise how important it is, and you go looking for it, and it changes a lot about the world when you know to look for that. Nowadays, I'm working as a music instructor. I went to uni after school, after the Polar Academy, and got my degree in popular music and started working as a music teacher and as a professional musician. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. Currently, I'm training to be an outdoor instructor also, so I'm trying to gain qualifications in various things. I've already got stuff in climbing and hill walking and things like paddleboarding, canoeing, kayaking. So that's an interest that was immediately sparked by the Polar Academy, and it's kind of smouldered away ever since. I'm now in a place where I'm really lucky that I'm able to indulge that, and I'm having a great time doing it. To anyone who's considering taking part in the Polar Academy or getting involved, my advice is jump in however you can. It's been definitely one of the most transformative experiences of my life. It's changed the direction of my career and the path of my life and the way I look at the world, and for the better, to say nothing of it. It's been incredible. I'm incredibly thankful to the charity for everything that it's done for me, and I really enjoy working to promote the charity and to help it help others. To see some of the younger kids who have been through it and who have gone on the expedition and the training, and to be able to see the transformation, the before and after that everybody talks about, for myself multiple times now has been incredible. And to think back on how I was when I was in school before I went on it, I have no idea how much it has done for me. So definitely, if you're thinking about it, if you're nervous, we're all nervous. Everybody's nervous, but it doesn't matter. Just do it, because you know that it's incredible and you don't want to miss out on it.